Alex Carter walked slowly through the academy hallways. His body still hurt from the fight 3 days ago. Every step reminded him of the brutal battle with Kethvar, the strongest warrior at the Vortani Combat Academy. The alien's claws had left deep marks on Alex's arms and chest. But somehow, Alex had won. Other students stopped talking when they saw him. Some stared with respect. Others looked afraid. A few seemed angry. Alex had done something no one thought possible. He had beaten Kethvar in single combat. The academy was huge, built into the side of a mountain on the planet Nexus Prime. Alien students from dozens of different worlds trained here. They learned to fight, to lead, and to protect the galaxy. Until Alex arrived, no human had ever been accepted. Kethvar sat alone in the medical wing. The massive Draknari warrior was covered in bandages. His blue-black scales, once smooth as armor, now showed ugly scars. He had never lost a fight before. His people called him Ironhide because nothing could hurt him. But Alex had proven them wrong. Dr. Kane Bishop found Alex in the training room. The human doctor had been studying at the academy for 2 years. He was the only other human on the entire planet. "Your recovery rate is incredible," Dr. Bishop said, looking at Alex's wounds. "These cuts should have taken weeks to heal. You're almost back to normal in just 3 days." Alex shrugged. "I feel fine, ready to train again." "That's what worries the academy leaders," Dr. Bishop said quietly. "They don't understand how humans heal so fast. Some of them think it's dangerous." From her office window, Commander Zara Thol watched Alex train. The Vortani leader had run the academy for 30 years. She had seen warriors from every known species. But humans were different. They learned faster than anyone expected. Her assistant, Sub-Commander Yelenoth, stood beside her. "The Galactic Council is asking questions," he said. "They want to know if humans are too dangerous for military training." "Alex defeated our strongest student," Commander Zarathol replied. "But he didn't kill him. He could have, but he chose not to. That shows control. Or it shows he was holding back his true power," Yelenoth said. "What if humans are hiding their real abilities?" Down in the engineering section, Lisa Monroe worked on a computer terminal. She was the newest human at the academy, arriving just 2 weeks ago. Her job was to study alien technology and learn how human equipment could work with it. But Lisa was really doing something else. She was analyzing combat data from fights throughout the academy's history. What she found amazed her. Human students won fights they should have lost. They adapted to new fighting styles in minutes instead of months. "The other species follow patterns," Lisa said to herself, looking at the data. "They stick to what they know. But humans change their approach based on what works." Alex found Lisa in the engineering bay later that day. She showed him charts and numbers on her computer screen. "Look at this," Lisa said excitedly. "Draknari warriors are stronger than humans. Etherian fighters are faster. Crystalline soldiers are harder to hurt. But humans beat all of them sometimes. Want to know why?" Alex studied the data. "We adapt?" "Exactly. Every other species has one way of fighting. They're good at it, but that's all they know. Humans watch their enemies and change tactics during the fight. We learn from every mistake." This discovery worried some academy teachers. Master Coordinator Thexmar, a spider-like being from the Arachnid Collective, called an emergency meeting. "The human students are becoming too successful," Thexmar clicked in his alien language. "They're upsetting the natural order. Some species have trained for war for thousands of years. How can humans match them in just months?" Professor Valquan, an ancient turtle-like creature, spoke slowly. "Perhaps we underestimated them. Earth is a dangerous world. Their species survived by being flexible. Or perhaps they're hiding there. True nature, suggested Dr. Mordick, the Academy's chief medical officer. My scans show that human bodies can do things they shouldn't be able to do. Their adrenaline system alone defies logic. Captain Rex Stone received the encrypted message while eating lunch in the human section of the Academy. As the liaison between Earth and the Galactic Council, he got reports about human students every week. This message was different. It came directly from Earth Command. The message was short but serious. Political pressure increasing. Some alien factions want humans removed from military training. Watch for threats. Rex found Alex in the combat simulator room. The young man was practicing against holographic enemies. The computer kept increasing the difficulty, but Alex kept winning. We might have a problem, Rex said, watching Alex dodge laser blasts from 6 different directions. Earth Command thinks some aliens want us kicked out of the Academy. Alex defeated the last enemy and turned off the simulator. Because I beat Kethver? Because humans are learning too fast, Rex explained. Some species think we're dangerous. They want proof that we can't handle advanced training. What kind of proof? Rex's expression grew serious. The kind that involves making us fail, or making us look like we don't belong here. That evening, Alex sat in the dining hall with other students. The massive room held creatures from 50 different worlds. Most ignored the humans, but Alex noticed something new. Small groups of aliens were watching him. They whispered among themselves and pointed in his direction. Silphus, Alex's Etherian roommate, sat down beside him. The thin, pale alien looked nervous. Something is wrong, Silphus said in his musical voice. My people are hearing rumors. They say some species are planning something against humans. What kind of something? I don't know. But Senator Vexnari of the Hegemony Coalition visited the Academy yesterday. He met with several faction leaders in private. Alex knew about Senator Vexnari. The powerful alien politician controlled military, funding for dozens of worlds. If he wanted humans removed from the Academy, he had the influence to make it happen. Later that night, Alex couldn't sleep. He walked through the quiet hallways, thinking about everything that had happened. The Academy was supposed to be a place where the best warriors from every species learned together. But politics was getting in the way. He found himself in the Memorial Hall, where statues honored great warriors from Academy history. Every species was represented except humans. The newest statue showed Kethver in his prime, before their fight. The inscription called him the undefeated champion. Not anymore, Alex said quietly. A voice behind him made him turn around. Commander Zarathul stepped out of the shadows. You're awake late, she said. Couldn't sleep. Too much thinking. The Vortani commander studied Alex's face. Her large, dark eyes seemed to see everything. Your victory changed things, she said. Some people are happy. Others are worried. A few are angry. I just did my best in the fight. That's what worries them, Commander Zarathul said. Your best was better than our strongest warrior's best. And you weren't even trying as hard as you could. Alex looked surprised. How do you know that? Because you held back. The medical scanners showed your heart rate and adrenaline levels during the fight. You could have pushed harder. You could have seriously hurt Kethver, but you chose not to. He's a good warrior. I respect him. That respect might have saved your species' place at this academy, the commander said. But it also raised new questions. If you were holding back against our strongest student, how powerful are humans really? As Commander Zarathul walked away, Alex realized his victory had created more problems than it solved. He had proven humans belonged at the Academy. But now some aliens saw them as a threat that needed to be controlled or eliminated. The real test was just beginning. Alex woke up to find his roommate Silphus staring at the wall near their beds. The thin Etherian was holding a small device that beeped softly. "What's that?" Alex asked, sitting up in his narrow academy bed. "A scanner my sister gave me," Sylphis whispered. "It finds hidden electronics." "Alex, we have a problem." The device was pointing at a tiny hole in the wall. Something was inside it, watching them. Alex got up and looked closer. A small camera lens reflected light back at him. "How long has that been there?" Alex asked. "I don't know. But there are more." Sylphis moved the scanner around the room. It beeped 6 more times. "Someone is watching everything we do." Alex felt angry. The academy was supposed to be a safe place for students to learn. Having hidden cameras in their bedroom was wrong. "We need to tell Commander Zerethal," Alex said. "Wait," Sylphis grabbed his arm. "What if she already knows? What if the academy put them there?" Alex thought about this. The commander seemed honest, but aliens were hard to understand sometimes. Maybe this was normal for them. "Let's find out who's watching us first," Alex decided. During breakfast, Alex noticed more things that seemed wrong. 3 Hegemony Coalition. Guards stood near the human section of the dining hall. They weren't Academy security. Their uniforms were different. Lisa Monroe sat down next to Alex with her food tray. She looked worried. "Did you see the new guards?" she asked quietly. "Yeah. Do you know why they're here?" "I heard they're checking student records," Lisa said. "But only human student records." Ben Rodriguez joined them at the table. The newest human student looked scared. He was only 17, younger than most Academy students. "Something weird happened during my medical exam yesterday," Ben said. The doctor asked strange questions about human biology. He wanted to know about our pain tolerance and healing speed. "That's normal medical stuff," Alex said. No, it wasn't. He asked how much poison it would take to kill a human. He asked if humans could survive in toxic air. Those aren't normal medical questions. Alex and Lisa looked at each other. This was getting serious. Dr. Kane Bishop found them after breakfast. The human doctor looked tired and stressed. "We need to talk," he said. "All of us, somewhere private." They met in an empty classroom in the old part of the academy. Dr. Bishop checked for listening devices before he spoke. "Someone is studying humans like we're lab animals," he said. "I've been monitoring the academy's computer systems. Someone is collecting data about every human here." "What kind of data?" Lisa asked. "Everything. Medical records, combat performance, psychological profiles. They're building a complete picture of human abilities and weaknesses." "Why?" Ben asked. "I think someone wants to find ways to stop us," Dr. Bishop said. "Or hurt us." Alex felt cold despite the warm room. Who would do that? I don't know yet. But yesterday, someone tried to access my personal research files. My work on human adaptation and learning speed. If the wrong people get that information, they could use it against all of humanity. That afternoon, Alex was called to the administration office. A woman he had never seen before was waiting for him. She was human, with short brown hair and serious eyes. "I'm Detective Maya Cross," she said, shaking Alex's hand. "I work with Galactic Law Enforcement. I'm here to investigate some irregularities at the Academy." "What kind of irregularities?" "A kind that involve illegal surveillance and potential threats to student safety," Maya said. "I understand you found some unauthorized recording devices in your room." Alex was surprised. "How did you know about that?" "Because I've been watching the people who are watching you," Maya explained. "Alex, you and the other human students are in danger. Someone is planning something, and I need your help to stop it." Maya showed Alex photos on her tablet computer. They showed aliens from different species meeting in secret. Some were Academy staff members. Others wore government uniforms. "This is Senator Vexnari," Maya pointed to a tall, insect-like alien. He's been funding research into human weaknesses. He believes humans are too dangerous to be allowed in galactic military training. But we're not dangerous, Alex said. You? Beat the Academy's strongest warrior, Maya replied. That scared a lot of people. Some aliens think humans might become too powerful if we're allowed to train with their best technology and techniques. So they want to kick us out? Some do. Others want to make sure we never become a threat. Maya's expression grew dark. They're looking for ways to limit human potential permanently. That evening, Alex met with his human friends in Dr. Bishop's lab. Maya Cross was there too, along with another person Alex didn't recognize. This is Professor Elena Vasquez, Maya sighed. She's a xenobiology expert from Earth University. She's been studying human physiology for the government. Professor Vasquez was a small woman with gray hair and kind eyes. She spoke in a gentle voice that made everyone feel calmer. I've been researching why humans adapt so quickly to alien environments, she said. What I found is remarkable. Human brains are more flexible than any other known species. She showed them brain scans on her computer. Most aliens have specialized neural pathways. They're very good at specific things, but they can't change easily. Humans have neural plasticity that allows us to rewire our thinking patterns. What does that mean? Ben asked. It means you can learn alien fighting techniques and make them better, Professor Vasquez explained. You can understand alien technology and improve it. You can adapt to new environments faster than species that evolved there. That's why some aliens are scared of us, Maya added. They think we'll replace them as the dominant species in the galaxy. Dr. Bishop looked worried. If they're really planning to hurt us, what can we do? We need proof of what they're planning, Maya said. And we need to be very careful. Yesterday, someone tried to poison the water supply in the human dormitory section. Everyone stared at her in shock. The poison was designed specifically to target human biology, Maya continued. It wouldn't hurt other species, but it would have made all of you very sick. Maybe killed you. Alex felt angry again. Who did it? We're still investigating, but we think it was a test. They wanted to see if their anti-human weapons would work. The next morning, Ben Rodriguez didn't show up for training. Alex found him in the medical wing, lying in a bed with tubes connected to his arms. What happened? Alex asked the medical staff. Food poisoning, the alien doctor said. Very strange. The toxin only affected him. Other students who ate the same food are fine. Alex knew this wasn't food poisoning. Someone had poisoned Ben on purpose. Maya Cross arrived an hour later with a small team of investigators. They tested Ben's blood and found traces of a synthetic toxin that targeted human DNA. This confirms it, Maya said privately to Alex. Someone is testing biological weapons against humans. Ben was lucky. The dose wasn't strong enough to kill him. What do we do now? We find out who's behind this before they try something worse, Maya said. And Alex, I need you to keep training normally. Don't let them know we're investigating. Why? Because I think they're planning something big. Something that will happen during a public event where everyone can see it. If they succeed, it will turn the entire galaxy against humanity. That night, Alex couldn't sleep again. He walked through the academy halls, thinking about everything he had learned. Someone wanted to hurt humans badly enough to use poison. They were watching every move the human students made. They were collecting information to use against his entire species. But Alex wasn't just angry anymore. He was determined. Whatever these conspirators were planning, he would stop them. He had proven that humans could fight. Now he would prove that humans could protect themselves and others. The Academy's strongest hunter had become the target of a deadly conspiracy. But Alex was ready to fight back, no matter what it took. Commander Zarathul stood before the entire academy in the great assembly hall. Students from 50 different worlds filled the massive room. The air buzzed with excitement and nervous energy. "I am announcing the Grand Championship Tournament," the commander said, her voice echoing through the hall. "This will be the greatest competition in Academy history. Warriors from every major species will compete for positions in the elite Galactic Defense Corps." Alex sat with the other human students in the back section. He noticed how many aliens turned to stare at them when the commander mentioned the tournament. "The competition will test every aspect of warrior training," Commander Zarathul continued. "Combat in zero gravity, extreme environments, and toxic atmospheres. Only the strongest will survive to the final rounds." Lisa leaned over to whisper in Alex's ear. "This sounds like a trap." Alex nodded. He had been thinking the same thing. The tournament format seemed designed to put humans at a disadvantage. After the announcement, Detective Maya Cross found Alex in the training facility. She looked worried. "This tournament is what we've been waiting for," she said. "My investigation shows the conspiracy plans to use it to prove humans don't belong in galactic military training." "How?" "By making sure you fail in front of everyone," Maya explained. "The tournament rules heavily favor non-human species. Fighting in toxic air will hurt human lungs. Zero-gravity combat is something aliens train for from childhood. Extreme temperatures can kill humans faster than most other species. So they want to make us look weak. Worse than that, they want to make you look dangerous when you lose control. My sources say they're planning to push you until you snap. Then they'll claim humans are too unstable for military service." Alex felt frustrated. "What if I don't enter the tournament?" "Then they'll say humans are cowards who run away from real challenges," Maya said. "Either way, they win." That evening, a new instructor arrived at the academy. He was human, tall and muscular with gray hair and scars on his arms. He introduced himself to the human students in a private meeting. "I'm Dex Morgan," he said in a rough voice. "Former Earth Special Forces. I've been sent here to help prepare you for what's coming." "Are you here officially?" Dr. Bishop asked. "Let's just say Earth's military knows about the tournament," Dex replied. "And we're not going to let our people face it unprepared." Dex's training was unlike anything Alex had experienced. The former soldier taught them techniques that combined human fighting styles with alien technology. He showed them how to use their natural advantages against superior alien physiology. "Humans have one thing most aliens don't," Dex explained during a brutal training session. "We can think creatively under pressure. When everything goes wrong, we adapt. Other species panic or stick to their training. We find new solutions." Alex trained harder than ever before. Dex pushed him to his limits in gravity chambers, toxic environment simulators, and combat scenarios that seemed impossible. But slowly, Alex began to understand what his instructor was teaching him. "Your body can do more than you think," Dex said after Alex completed a particularly difficult exercise. "Human adrenaline is different from alien stress responses. Learn to control it, and you can push past normal human limits." The tournament began 3 weeks later. The first round eliminated half the competitors immediately. Alex faced a Crystallian warrior whose body could become as hard as diamond. The alien was confident, smiling as the fight began. Alex studied his opponent carefully. The Crystallion's diamond form was strong but slow. When the alien crystallized his arms to block attacks, he couldn't move them quickly. Alex used this weakness, striking at joints and pressure points when the alien was partially crystallized. The crowd was shocked when Alex won. The Crystallion had never lost a fight to a non-Crystallion opponent. The second round was fought in zero gravity. Alex's opponent was a Void Stalker, an alien that could phase through solid matter. In zero gravity, the creature had perfect control while Alex floated awkwardly. But Alex remembered Dex's training. Instead of fighting the zero gravity, he used it. He pushed off walls and equipment to change direction unpredictably. When the Void Stalker tried to phase through him, Alex was never where the alien expected him to be. The fight ended when Alex grabbed a piece of metal debris and used it as an anchor, swinging himself around to kick the Void Stalker into a wall. The alien couldn't phase while unconscious. By the third round, the entire academy was paying attention. Alex faced a quantum dancer, an alien that could exist in multiple dimensions at once. The creature appeared as several flickering copies of itself, making it impossible to know which one was real. Alex closed his eyes and listened. Dex had taught him that humans could process sensory information in ways that confused alien opponents. The real quantum dancer made tiny sounds when it moved. The copies were silent. Alex fought with his eyes closed, using hearing and instinct to track his real opponent. The crowd fell silent as the human warrior seemed to dance through the aliens' attacks, always knowing exactly where the real threat was. When Alex opened his eyes, the quantum dancer was on the ground, defeated. "Impossible," whispered Master Coordinator Dexmar from the judge's platform. "No one has ever beaten a quantum dancer that way." The tournament's fourth round brought new challenges. Alex had to fight in a chamber filled with poisonous gas that was harmless to most alien species, but deadly to humans. He wore a breathing mask, but it limited his vision and made breathing difficult. His opponent was a technomancer who could control electronic devices with his mind. The alien turned off Alex's air filtration system and tried to blind him with flashing lights. Alex felt his lungs burning from the toxic air. His training with Dex had prepared him for this. He learned to slow his breathing and heart rate, making the poisoned air less dangerous. Then he did something the technomancer didn't expect. Alex destroyed all the electronic devices in the chamber. Without technology to control, the technomancer was just another alien warrior. Alex defeated him in hand-to-hand combat while holding his breath. Professor Elena Vasquez watched from the audience with growing amazement. "His body is adapting in real time," she whispered to Dr. Bishop. "His cellular regeneration is accelerating. His reflexes are getting faster with each fight. Is that normal for humans?" Dr. Bishop asked. "I don't think this is normal for anyone," Professor Vasquez replied. The tournament semifinals changed everything. Instead of one opponent, Alex faced 3 at the same time. This had never been attempted in Academy history. His opponents were the best warriors from the 3 most powerful military species in the galaxy. First was a Titan-class Goliath, 12 feet tall with armor-like skin and strength that could crush steel. Second was a psionic mindweaver who could read thoughts and predict attacks before they happened. Third was a Technomancer Supreme who controlled an entire battlesuit with his mind. The crowd expected Alex to be defeated quickly. 3 superior alien warriors against 1 human seemed impossible. But Alex had learned something during his training with Dex. When pushed to his absolute limits, humans could access abilities that their normal minds couldn't reach. The extreme stress of facing 3 opponents at once triggered something in Alex's body and brain. His movements became fluid and perfect. He seemed to know what his opponents would do before they did it. His strength increased beyond normal human levels. His speed became superhuman. Alex fought all 3 opponents at the same time, moving between them like a dancer. He used their size and power against them, making them hit each other while avoiding their attacks. When the psionic mindweaver tried to read his thoughts, Alex's mind was moving too fast to follow. The fight lasted only 3 minutes. When it ended, all 3 alien champions were unconscious on the ground. Alex stood in the center of the arena, barely breathing hard. The entire academy sat in complete silence. No one had ever seen anything like it. In the judges section, Senator Vexnari stood up slowly. His plan to humiliate humanity had backfired completely. Instead of proving human weakness, the tournament had revealed human potential that terrified him. "This changes everything," the senator whispered to his aide. "Activate the final protocol. If we cannot defeat them fairly, we will eliminate them entirely." Alex had won the tournament, but he had also triggered the conspiracy's most desperate plan. The real battle was about to begin. The Academy's medical wing was chaos. Alex lay on a bed while alien doctors ran tests on his body. His performance in the tournament had shocked everyone, including himself. He felt different, like something inside him had changed forever. Doctor Susan Walsh arrived from Earth 3 hours after the tournament ended. She was a small woman with white hair and intense green eyes. She pushed past the alien medical staff to examine Alex personally. "Your cellular activity is off the charts," she said, studying her scanner readings. "Your muscle fibers are denser than they were yesterday. Your nervous system is processing information at twice the normal human rate." "What does that mean?" Alex asked. "It means you're evolving," Dr. Walsh said quietly. "The stress of competing against superior alien physiology is triggering genetic changes that we didn't know humans could make." Alex sat up on the medical bed. "Evolving how?" "Your body is adapting to meet the challenges you face. When you needed more strength, your muscles changed. When you needed faster reflexes, your nervous system upgraded itself. When you needed better healing, your cellular regeneration accelerated." Dr. Bishop joined them, looking amazed. "Is this happening to all humans?" "Every human in high-stress situations shows some adaptation," Dr. Walsh explained. "But Alex is experiencing changes at a rate we've never seen before. Fighting aliens, who are naturally superior to humans, has pushed his body beyond normal limits." In the Academy's command center, alarms were starting to sound. Detective Maya Cross ran into the room where Commander Zarathol was studying security reports. "We have a problem," Maya said. "My surveillance team detected unusual activity around the Academy. Someone is moving weapons into position." Commander Zarathol pulled up tactical displays on the main screen. Red dots showed hostile forces surrounding the Academy from all directions. "How many?" the commander asked. "At least 200 armed soldiers," Maya replied. "They're using military-grade equipment. This isn't Academy security. Who's commanding them?" "Admiral Koth Agan of the Military Supremacy Faction," Maya said. "He's declared that humans are a threat to galactic security and must be eliminated." Commander Zarathul's expression grew dark. "He has no authority here. This Academy is neutral territory. He doesn't care about authority anymore," Maya said. "My sources say he believes humans will eventually conquer the galaxy if they're allowed to continue training. He's decided to stop that from happening." The first explosions came from the north wall of the Academy. Students screamed as debris fell from the ceiling. Emergency lights flashed red throughout the building. Alex jumped from his medical bed, despite Dr. Walsh's protests. Through the window, he could see alien soldiers in battle armor advancing toward the Academy. They carried weapons designed to kill, not capture. "They're targeting the human dormitory," Maya said, studying tactical reports. "Admiral Korthagin wants to eliminate all human students and staff." Alex felt anger rising in his chest. These aliens weren't just trying to kick humans out of the Academy. They wanted to murder innocent students who had done nothing wrong. "Where are Lisa and Ben?" Alex asked. "Ben is still in the medical wing," Dr. Bishop said. "Lisa was in the engineering section when the attack started." Alex ran toward the door. "I have to find them." "Alex, wait!" Dr. Walsh called after him. "Your body is still changing. You don't know what might happen if you push yourself too hard." "I'll find out," Alex said, and ran into the hallway. The Academy was a war zone. Alien soldiers had broken through the outer defenses and were fighting Academy security forces. Students from different species worked together to defend their school, but they were outnumbered and outgunned. Alex found Lisa trapped in the engineering section with 5 other students. Enemy soldiers had surrounded the building and were trying to break down the reinforced doors. "Alex!" Lisa shouted when she saw him. "They're using some kind of plasma cutter. The door won't hold much longer." Alex looked at the door. The metal was glowing red-hot, where the plasma beam was cutting through it. In a few minutes, the soldiers would break through and kill everyone inside. Something happened to Alex in that moment. The thought of losing his friends triggered the same changes he had experienced during the tournament, but stronger. His vision became sharper. His hearing picked up sounds from incredible distances. His muscles felt like they contained the power of machines. Alex walked to the door just as it exploded inward. 5 enemy soldiers rushed through the opening, their weapons ready to fire. They saw Alex standing alone in front of them and raised their guns. Alex moved faster than he had ever moved before. His body seemed to know exactly what to do without his mind telling it. He disarmed the first soldier before the alien could pull the trigger. He threw the second soldier into a wall hard enough to crack the stone. He grabbed the third soldier's weapon and crushed it with his bare hands. The last 2 soldiers tried to run, but Alex caught them before they reached the door. He didn't want to kill them, so he knocked them unconscious instead. "How did you do that?" Lisa asked, staring at the defeated soldiers. "I don't know," Alex said honestly. His hands were shaking from adrenaline. "It felt like my body was moving by itself." They made their way to the medical wing to find Ben and Dr. Walsh. The hallways were full of smoke and debris. Alex could hear fighting in other parts of the academy, but he stayed focused on protecting his friends. In the medical wing, they found chaos. Dr. Walsh was treating wounded students, while Ben helped move patients to safety. But enemy soldiers were advancing toward them from 2 directions. "There are too many," Dr. Walsh said when she saw Alex. "We can't fight them all." Alex looked at the wounded students. Some were humans, but most were aliens who had been hurt defending the academy. They were all innocent people who didn't deserve to die because of the conspiracy's hatred. "Get everyone to the secure bunker," Alex told his friends. "I'll hold them off." "Alex, you can't fight an entire army by yourself," Lisa protested. "Maybe not," Alex said, "but I can try." What happened next became legend throughout the galaxy. Alex fought his way through the academy, protecting students and staff from overwhelming enemy forces. His body continued to adapt and change with each battle. When soldiers tried to trap him in narrow hallways, Alex became strong enough to break through walls. When they attacked from multiple directions, his reflexes became fast enough to fight 6 opponents at once. When they used weapons that should have killed him, his healing abilities kept him standing. Alex didn't just fight with strength and speed. He fought with intelligence, using the academy's layout to his advantage. He turned the enemy's own weapons against them. He inspired other students to fight harder by showing them that victory was possible. The battle reached its climax in the main courtyard. Admiral Korthagen himself had come to finish what his soldiers had started. The alien admiral wore advanced battle armor and carried weapons that could destroy vehicles. "So you're the human who thinks he can challenge the natural order," Admiral Korthagen said, his voice amplified by his armor speakers. "I'm the human who's going to stop you from murdering innocent students," Alex replied. The fight between Alex and Admiral Korthagen shook the entire academy. The alien admiral had every advantage: superior weapons, advanced armor, cybernetic enhancements, and decades of military experience. But Alex had something the admiral couldn't understand or prepare for. He had the ability to become whatever he needed to be in order to protect the people he cared about. When the admiral's energy weapons proved too powerful, Alex became fast enough to dodge them. When the alien's armor seemed impenetrable, Alex found weak points that shouldn't have existed. When the Admiral's experience gave him tactical advantages, Alex created new fighting techniques that had never been seen before. The battle ended when Alex tore through the Admiral's armor with his bare hands and knocked the alien unconscious. As Admiral Korth-Agan fell to the ground, his remaining soldiers surrendered. Alex stood in the center of the courtyard, breathing heavily. His body was covered in cuts and burns, but he was alive. More importantly, his friends were safe. The conspiracy had failed. But Alex realized that everything had changed. He was no longer just a human student at an alien academy. He had become something new, something that would reshape the galaxy's understanding of what humans could become. 3 days after the battle, representatives from every major species in the galaxy gathered at the academy. The Great Assembly Hall was packed with alien diplomats, military leaders, and scientists. They had all come to see the human who had defeated Admiral Korth-Agan and changed everything. Alex sat at a table in front of the assembly with Commander Zarathul, Detective Maya Cross, and Dr. Susan Walsh. His body still showed signs of the fight, but the wounds were healing faster than anyone expected. Chancellor Morthek of the Galactic Council stood to address the assembly. The ancient alien's voice carried the weight of thousands of years of galactic law. The attack on this academy was illegal and unprovoked, Chancellor Morthek declared. Admiral Korth-Agan and his conspirators acted without authority. Their actions have been condemned by all civilized species. Murmurs spread through the crowd. Some aliens nodded in agreement. Others looked uncomfortable. However, the Chancellor continued, we cannot ignore what we witnessed during the battle. The human Alex Carter displayed abilities that challenge our understanding of biological limits. This raises important questions about humanity's place in our galactic community. Alex stood when the Chancellor gestured to him. He felt nervous speaking in front of so many powerful aliens, but he knew this moment would shape the future for all humans. I didn't ask for these abilities, Alex said, his voice carrying clearly through the hall. I just wanted to protect my friends and fellow students. When people I cared about were in danger, my body found ways to help them. But how is such rapid evolution possible? Asked Dr. Yelkoth, a famous Vortani scientist. Our species have developed over millions of years. You changed in a matter of weeks. Dr. Susan Walsh stood to answer. She had spent the last 3 days studying Alex's biological data with teams of alien scientists. Human DNA contains sequences that activate under extreme stress, she explained. These sequences allow rapid adaptation to environmental challenges. Most species develop fixed traits over generations. Humans can develop new traits within their own lifetime. That's impossible, protested Professor Zekmar from the Crystalline Institute. Evolution doesn't work that way. It does for humans, Dr. Walsh replied calmly. Earth is an extremely dangerous planet. Humans survived by becoming the most adaptable species in known space. When we face challenges that should be impossible to overcome, our bodies find ways to overcome them anyway. Chancellor Morthok raised his hand for silence. The question before us is simple. Are humans too dangerous to be allowed full membership in galactic society? Alex felt his heart pounding. This was the moment that would decide humanity's future. Senator Vexnari stood from his seat. The insect-like alien looked angry and frightened. The humans' display of power proves our concerns were justified. Humans are unpredictable and potentially violent. They should be restricted to their home planet. No, said a new voice from the back of the hall. Everyone turned to see Kethver walking slowly toward the front. The massive Draknari warrior still bore scars from his fight with Alex weeks earlier. His presence commanded respect from every species in the room. I fought this human before anyone else, Kethver said, his deep voice rumbling through the hall. He could have killed me easily, but he chose not to. Even when his life was in danger during the Academy attack, he protected aliens as well as humans. This is not the behavior of a dangerous species. Other students began to stand throughout the hall. Sylphis, Alex's Etherean roommate, spoke first. "Alex saved my life during the attack," the thin alien said. "He risked himself to protect someone from a different species. He treated me like family." More voices joined in. Students from dozens of different worlds told stories of how Alex and the other humans had helped them during their time at the Academy. They spoke of humans sharing knowledge, offering friendship, and working together to solve problems. Lisa Monroe stood from her seat next to Alex. "We didn't come here to conquer anyone," she said. "We came here to learn. Everything we've discovered about human abilities, we've shared with alien scientists. We want to work together, not dominate anyone." Dr. Kane Bishop added his voice to the testimony. "Human medicine has already helped treat diseases that affected multiple alien species. Our adaptive immune systems led to breakthroughs in universal vaccines. Cooperation benefits everyone." Commander Zarathil stood to address the assembly. "I have observed human students for months," she said. "They learn faster than any species I have encountered. But more importantly, they teach others. Human adaptability helps other species become more flexible too. This is exactly why they're dangerous," Senator Vexnari protested. "They change everything they touch. They disrupt the natural order." "The natural order was broken, Commander," Zarathil replied firmly. "For centuries, our species have been trapped in old ways of thinking. Humans show us that growth and change are possible. They don't threaten us. They inspire us to become better." Chancellor Morthic considered everything he had heard. The ancient alien's decision would affect billions of beings across the galaxy. "The Galactic Council will vote," he announced. "All in favor of granting humans full membership rights and access to advanced galactic technology?" Hands, claws, tentacles, and other appendages rose throughout the hall. Alex counted quickly. More than 3/4 of the representatives voted in favor. "The motion passes," Chancellor Morthic declared. "Humanity is hereby recognized as a Tier 1 species with full rights and privileges in galactic society." The hall erupted in applause. Alex felt tears in his eyes as he realized what this meant. Humans would be able to travel freely throughout the galaxy, learn from alien civilizations, and contribute to galactic progress. But the celebration was interrupted by another announcement. "Alex Carter," Chancellor Morthic said, "you are offered positions as Admiral in the Galactic Defense Force, Director of the Institute for Adaptive Combat, and Ambassador to the Outer Rim Colonies. What is your decision?" Alex looked at his friends, then at Commander Zarathil. He had already made his choice. "I want to stay here at the Academy," Alex said. "As an instructor, I want to teach other students what I've learned about working together across species barriers." The Chancellor looked surprised. "You would refuse positions of great power and influence?" "I'd rather help the next generation of students learn to cooperate," Alex replied. "Power isn't as important as understanding." Commander Zarathil smiled. "I was hoping you would say that. The Academy needs instructors who understand that strength comes from unity, not domination." 6 months later, Alex stood in the same training facility where he had first sparred with Kethvar. But now the room was filled with students from 12 different species, all working together to master new fighting techniques. His class included young Draknari learning to be more flexible, Etherians developing physical strength, crystallines practicing fluid movement, and humans adapting to alien technologies. They helped each other overcome weaknesses and build on strengths. Dr. Kate Sullivan, the Academy's new human psychologist, watched from the observation deck. She was documenting how mixed species training groups performed better than single species units. The humans act as catalysts, she explained to visiting scientists. They help other species think in new ways. But they also learn from alien perspectives. Everyone benefits. Lisa Monroe had become the Academy's head of technology integration. She worked with students to combine human engineering with alien sciences, creating innovations that neither species could achieve alone. Ben Rodriguez, fully recovered from his poisoning, now led the Academy's first aid training program. His experience surviving the conspiracy's biological weapon had taught him valuable lessons about treating injuries. Across different species, the Academy's Memorial Hall now included a new statue. It showed Alex and Cuthbert fighting side by side, representing the cooperation that had grown from their initial conflict. The inscription read, "Strength through Unity." As Alex watched his diverse students practice together, he reflected on how much had changed. The challenge that was meant to prove human inferiority had instead revealed human potential. The conspiracy that tried to eliminate humans had led to greater acceptance and cooperation. But most importantly, Alex had learned that true strength wasn't about being the strongest fighter or the most adaptable species. True strength came from helping others become their best selves, regardless of what planet they came from or what they looked like. The Academy's former strongest hunter had become something greater, a teacher who helped create the strongest possible future for all species in the galaxy. And this was only the beginning of what humans and aliens could accomplish together.